No, that's okay.
Simple things like this that you can do to get your message, to provide a clear visual image of the situation.
And why are you here specifically to the Line 9 protest?
Well, I'm from London, Ontario, and certainly I've been following this since some time, just around when the Swamp Line 9 attached themselves to the Westover pumping station. So I've been paying some attention, and I looked further into this and just saw what Enbridge's reputation was in the past, and in terms of the amount of under-reporting that goes on with the spills, and then ultimately where this specific line is concerned, we're talking about using a 40-50-year-old pipeline that was never designed for dilbit, and dilbit is one of the more abrasive and corrosive forms of our gas that's available, right? So unfortunately, it's just a much more toxic product that they want to put through these antiquated pipelines that weren't meant for this. So the amount of watershed and water that it's bypassing, it's just insane to allow big business corporations to just ignore our environmental issues and our environmental concerns, protections. We have every right to have fresh water available and not have to worry about contamination. Look at Lac Mégantic. Look what happened to them. A whole town gone. That company was allowed to file for bankruptcy. They slinked off. I certainly don't like being in that situation and seeing that happen more and more if we continue to allow these companies to proliferate.
So you came here with a group from London,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Tell me about the group. How did you all come here?
Well, we traveled in a car, and we made our way along the highway to get here. And we came together. This was sort of a last-minute thing that I saw, so I was able to find some friends from London who were talking about going down. So we organized ourselves last night and hopped in the car this morning and headed on down.
I heard there were some buses too that came in.
I haven't saw anything like that. I don't know anything about a bus. I know that there were a couple of just regular people in cars coming on down. Council of Canadians from London were here to provide the big snake, the pipeline snake that you're seeing. They'd been working on that, so they kind of came down together. But as far as I know, there's no buses. No.
And where is the oil in Line 9 coming from? What is the direction of the flow?
Well, they're reversing the flow, and that's, originally. Sorry, pardon me?
They're reversing it from what to what?
So, okay.
Which way are they reversing the direction?
I know which way they're reversing it, but I'm just wondering if you're... Unfortunately, I've heard some really horrible things about reporters trying to manipulate people who come to these things.
I don't know that much about this, so I'm just wondering if you know... is it going from...
they're reversing the flow.
Which way?
So I would suggest that if you're not that familiar with it, maybe to do a little bit more research.
Okay.
And again, I don't want to seem rude, but it's just, unfortunately, there's been some situations where people have tried to make people who come to these things look really ignorant and stuff. So it started taking on that kind of feel for me, so I don't want to seem rude or anything, but I would suggest, certainly if you'd like to learn more, you can absolutely...
What's the website where I can read about the flow reversal and the specific facts?
Oh my gosh, there's so many that you can, just in terms of reading just general newspaper articles that you can find on Google. You can then go to Enbridge. Certainly they have lots of information that they provide on their website. You can go to any of, you can find stuff at, Council of Canadians website. You can find stuff from people's blogs. I mean, the amount of information in terms of the variety of it is immense. There's little video tutorials that you can find as well too. So certainly it's all out there. Certainly I would say, I would urge you to find out more about it for yourself. Certainly I can spoon feed you, but I think we all learn better when we discover these things for ourselves.
Sure, thanks.
No. Stand profits. So I have no problem to put myself out there.
Thanks.